What's up? It's Dictator X500. How you guys doing? Um, Today I just wanted to talk about a topic that is very interesting to me, and that I'm very intrigued about. In the last like 6, 7 years, it has become a lot more prevalent for gaming to move from a consoleized view to a PC centric view, to a computer centric type of atmosphere. And for me, I find that very nice. I find that amazing because I'm a guy of customization. I love being able to create things. I love being able to, do stuff, you know, kind of out of line to what, would be set for me. I kind of like, you like to experiment and see what's going on. Um, so yeah, that's nice, to be able to have all these different hardware configurations and stuff like that, frame rate unlocks and, all that type of thing. And to me, the computer, the PC platform has, excelled consoles, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, there's still a market for the console. Um, but for me specifically and personally, I definitely have moved to that side of things. And, I think the industry is moving there too. And that's kind of the topic I wanted to talk about here for a few minutes is I think it's time for every game developer, game publisher to recognize and to kind of the right word would be kind of just go with the times here and get everything ported over to PC. Every game we're talking former PlayStation exclusive games, former really anything. Really anything. But today we're talking about two specific ones. We're talking about EA Sports, and we're going to talk about the PlayStation exclusive games. Are going to be the two major ones we're going to cover because all the other ones are pretty much already on the platform, whether that be via an emulation route or via official ports or whatever have you. Um, EA Sports, they pick the games that they want there. Madden's already there, and the FC soccer game, football game, is already there too. They kind of pick and choose, but like I was saying, I want every single game. So our NHLs, our college footballs, our what else are we missing? Stuff like that. Those are the big ones I think that they don't have is the and then whatever else, UFC, just every game is worth a port because the money that you're going to garner from this is going to be insane. You can, you have different audiences that you're able to really relate to here. You're going to be able to build audiences. Because look at this 10 years ago, you didn't have a lot of this. And you're going to keep building and building and building the audience with each game that's supported because all of the amazing hardware that you're able to get. You're able to, personalize a machine, and then any game, I don't even have to worry, if there's like a delay in the game coming out or it's all coming to an end. I understand that it is coming to an end, but like we need more of this to kind of present itself. With the PlayStation games, same type of deal. Right now they have in place for their first party games 12 to 16 month turnaround on these games, but again, like it shouldn't even be a guessing game, like for me a big one and probably is what's going to be with the thumbnail here is Astro Bot. Astro Bot won Game of the Year last year, and is like a acclaimed game. People love it. It looks amazing, and a cool story. You're able to go and explore these cool animated worlds and stuff like that. As a PC player, we want to play it. Like there's going to be thousands and thousands of people that are going to be playing that game, inevitably when it gets ported to PC. I mean, and it shouldn't even be, again, it shouldn't be a guessing game. It should have been a year ago it had a PC port, and it would already have sold and everybody would have gotten their money, and then Steam would have been able to get, their cut of things. PlayStation, same thing. And it is moving to that. I understand that, but it's like we're putting it off. We're putting off the inevitability here, because you're seeing with the PC ports, I mean, you just got to keep supporting them. You can't go half-baked, bring out some terrible freaking port or something of the game, because then, there'll be a problem there. People will be like, oh, well, it's not worth being here if you're not going to bring a good product or whatever. So that needs to be eliminated. They need to bring the games day one to PC. Any game that you can think of that I'm not even thinking of, because again, most of them are already here. Like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Doom, the Xbox games, Flight Simulator, Gears of War, all those type of games. That's all here. That's all. You don't have to worry about that. That is in parity with everything else, and that needs to be like that across the board. I don't care if it's a sports game. I don't care if it's an arcade game. Everything needs to come in parity, and I hope that my message somehow gets across and people either agree or disagree with me. You can put down in the comments what you think about this whole ordeal. But yeah, Astro Bot, please bring it to PC. Sports games, day one, at parity of the console games, bring them. Because at the end of the day, these systems are not that much different than a PS5 or a Xbox or whatever system. Another one we're going to talk about too real quick is MLB The Show. MLB The Show, it's on every console because MLB license or whatever. PC as well. It can, and it already says in like the trailer, it'll say, oh, graphics depend on the hardware. Well, then what are we doing? The PC, there's a million different hardware configurations. Let's make it happen, You bring it there, and there's a lot of positives of playing there, and that could be a whole other video I make depending on how everything goes here. Just kind of known for, I don't know, I haven't done videos like this really. I usually just make music and post it or whatever, but just let me know what you guys think. Thank you for hearing me out. If you got this far, I appreciate you. And yeah, take it easy, guys. Thank you very much for watching.